Hello, Verona, and welcome to the third episode of our Chamber of Commerce television series, Chatting with the Chamber. I'm your host, Carl Curtis. I'm also the Executive Director of the Verona Area Chamber of Commerce. And this morning, our first guest is Terri Fiez. Terri is the owner of Designer Showcase here in Verona. Terri, why don't you start by telling us your address here at Designer Showcase?
We're located at 303 East Verona Avenue in Verona.
Okay, Terri, tell me a little bit about your business and how you came to this location in Verona.
Okay, well, this business, Designer Showcase, has been around for 27 years, and what we do is full-service interior design, but we specialize in window treatments. So we do a lot of blinds and shades, but we do even more custom fabric treatments. So that would include any kind of fabric you might have on your window, drapery, cornice boards, lambrequins, valances, anything you can think of, Roman shades. We do all that type of thing, and then in addition to that, do custom bedding, custom pillows, tableware, and we also have a line of wallpaper. We do upholstery, and we do space planning and paint color consultation.
Well, that's quite a bit. What prompted you to go into this business?
I actually grew up in the business. My mom was a designer. She worked at Prangies as her shop at home, and then in 1985 when Designer Showcase started, she was there day one, and I just grew up with it. I was a young teenager when she kind of went into that business, and I sort of followed her through it, and I would carry her books and kind of go on the calls with her and just loved it.
Now, little Verona history. When your mom started doing this, it was on a different end of Verona, is that correct?
Right, we were on West Verona Avenue where Pyramid Travel, that whole complex, was Designer Showcase.
Right. Okay. Now, you deal with customers all the time. A customer looking to do some design work in their home or business or office, what should they do to prepare before coming to talk to you?
It's very helpful if people start looking through magazines and books and cutting out pictures that they like. It's easier to show someone a picture, or show me a picture and say, I like this and this and this, than it is to try to describe it. And sometimes people aren't even aware of what they like. But when I see 3 or 4 or 5 pictures with the same sort of components to it, I can kind of see, oh, you like white woodwork, or you like blue. It's easier to identify it, and it might be something that they didn't even know, but they just know they liked the whole picture.
So you must have to be very good at reading people to do your job effectively.
I think that's one of the key components of this job, because every job is unique, and no person is the same, and you want to have the end result be something that's truly them. And so it's really important that you read the person, not just their words, but their emotions that come with those words.
And I imagine in order to help people, you must also need to stay right on top of latest trends, all the different styles and fashions that you can possibly use in a home.
Right.
How hard is that to stay on top of all that all the time?
Well, it's just like the fashion on the runway. It changes all the time, and it's very important to stay up to date on it. And in fact, I was telling you last night, I just got home from the National Window Covering Show, where we learn all the latest trends, latest colors, styles, and it's very important, because when you go to do a project, it's going to last. Window treatments are going to last you 20, 30 years. Mm-hmm. You want to get the latest and yet have a classic look that can go throughout time.
If there's one thing you could tell people in Verona about your business, what would it be?
Well, I would say, number one, that we're very proud to be here in Verona. It's just a great place to do business, and the people here are so wonderful. So I feel fortunate to be in Verona. But I think the thing to know is that when you come to Designer Showcase, we care about the end result, and that you love it. So I guess what is different about our business, when you walk in the door, we are totally about you and giving you what you want, and not necessarily what we think you might or what we might think is right for the home. It's all about what you want, and we give ideas, but the idea is that you get the thing you love in the end.
Now, we're going to backtrack a teeny bit here, but I imagine you must have to go to people's homes as well as people coming to you. Is that true?
Most of the time, I'm in people's homes, and it's when someone calls and says they're interested in interior design work, I ask a lot of questions so that I'm sure of what it is that they're looking for, and then usually that is preceded by me going to their home. And once I'm in the home and see what they might need, I might come back to the home again, or they might come here, depending on what, if it's things like if they want to see all the different Hunter Douglas products, it might be wiser for them to come here and see it all on the walls and see how it functions. But most of the time, I'm in the home.
And as far as your business goes, do you specialize in one thing or do one thing more frequently than others, or does it run the gamut? Do you do more window coverings, for example, than...
I definitely do more window coverings, although it does seem to, it's odd how it kind of goes in cycles. So I might be doing a lot of custom bedding one month. In fact, last year I did 7 bedrooms, which is very unusual. So last year was the year for bedding. This year so far seems to be the year for color consultation. Everybody wants some new color on their walls. So, but in general, I would say 60% of my business is generally window treatments.
Okay. And I'm going to backtrack even one more time. When people bring you into their home, should they prepare their home in a certain way?
No.
Okay.
Some people do, and they really shouldn't, because when I come in, I want to see how they really live, on a day-to-day basis. Does the kitchen get cluttered with things, and where is the activity point of the house? I want to see the living room with all the pillows and little throws and stuff on the couch, because then I understand how they live. The dog, I want to know where the dog lies and where I don't want you to sweep up the hair, because then I know kind of what you really need and where you need it.
So you shouldn't clean the house top to bottom and cram everything into the closets before they invite you out to the home. Okay. I'll tell that to my wife if we ever bring you out. Speaking of working with customers, though, is there any special or unusual customer story that you have that you can share that might illustrate kind of what it's like to do your job? Either just something unusual or one that really worked out well that you just remember that you would want to share?
Mm-hmm. Well, there have been some unique situations. We did a house that had a car collection, and we did the window treatments for the car collection. We've done group homes to nursing homes to funeral homes. We've done things, little things for the dog and the cat. It's kind of interesting what people, you learn a lot about people when you're in their homes and where their priorities lie. We did a room for a rock collection. We've done a room for a dollhouse collection. So it really is fun to learn people's personalities and learn how people live.
So it's not just bedrooms and living rooms, it can be the entire house.
It can be the entire house, right.
Terrific. Well, Terri, thanks for doing this with us this morning. If someone wanted to contact you and make an appointment with Designers Showcase, what's the best way to reach you?
You can either phone, our phone is 845-7598, or you could email, and the email is Terri, Terri, at designersshowcase.us. Those would be the 2 best ways. I do have a website if you want to check things out and get some ideas before you call. That'd be good too.
And we asked this question first, but the address for your shop here in Verona?
I'm at 303 East Verona Avenue.
All right. Well, Terri, thank you so much for visiting with us this morning.
All right.
And we will look forward to talking to you more soon.
All right. Thank you.
We're back with our third